NBC Sports welcomes you to the flat track in Sebring, Florida, known as Sebring International Raceway, for the final road course visit of Season 4. Weather here, there is a possibility that we could be racing in the rain today. Again, just like Lime Rock Park last year. It is currently sunny now, but there are some pretty overcast clouds over to the right of us. And, but we could be seeing a clean start, but rain probably won't hit till maybe the middle of the race. And with the new rules the Monster Energy Cup Series put in for their road course races back in 2015, and IHOP Cup Series trying this last year, they have 6 sets of normal tires run on in days when it's sunny out. They also have 6 sets of slick tires as well. Also, some of these cars have windshield wipers installed as just a precaution, too, in case it starts raining. Last time, so drivers can see in heavy downpour-like conditions. Last time we were at a road course, Brendan Little punched his ticket into the championship with a win, but a violent crash nearly ended Noah Spalding's career in 25. He got turned, flipped up into the catch fence, and came back down on all 4 wheels. He comes to a type of track that basically almost killed him. I'm pretty sure he's going to be a strong favorite today, but he's going to have quite a way to go. He will be taking the green flag in the Sun Energy 1-200 from the 22nd position. Also, during the the practice show on Saturday, in the opening session, just past 11:15, when we were about 50 minutes in, Hunter Miller got loose, got into the side of the 22. Both cars went into the wall. The 22 then came out into traffic. The 31 had no place to go except into the rear bumper of the 22. Heavy damage to all 3 cars. All 3 cars are in backups for this race. But later, this was the controversial thing in practice. Zoex Moon went over to the 5 garage stall, shoved Hunter Miller, and a brief scuffle broke out. No penalties have been assessed by these teams yet. However, the 22 and the team was barred from the practice session that would happen later that afternoon. Anyways, without further ado, enough new pre-race news aside, let's take a look at the starting lineup. You'll notice the first 2 rows are swept by Joe Gibbs' cars. Row 1 finds the Aris Internet Toyota and the FedEx Express Toyota. Row 2 finds the Tide Pods Toyota and the Interstate Batteries Toyota. Row 3 finds the 78 car and the Kelly Blue Book Chevrolet. Row 4 finds the Napa Auto Parts car and the 8 Nationwide Insurance Chevrolet. Rounding out the top 10 starting spots are the Menards Richmond Water Heaters Chevrolet and the Dytek Chevrolet. Starting this afternoon from row 6, we have the Lowe's Chevrolet and the 7 car. Row 7 finds the Auto Trader Ford and the Mac Tonight Chevrolet. Row 8 finds the Fastenal Ford and the Lilly Diabetes Ford. Row 9 finds the Nature's Bakery Chevrolet and the Advocare Ford. Row 10 finds the Haas AutoNation Chevrolet and the 33 car. Row 11 finds the Target Chevrolet and the 25 car. Row 12 finds the Dow Chemical Chevrolet and the Motorcraft Ford. Row 13 finds the STP Ford and the Nature's Bakery Chevrolet. Row 14 finds the 56 car and the Useless Blasting Toyota. Row 15 finds the 29 car and the 5-Hour Energy Toyota. Row 16 finds the 9 car and the Caterpillar Chevrolet. And rounding out the rear of the field this afternoon are the Time Warner Cable Chevrolet and the Pennzoil Ford. Both of these cars did not receive any much track time in second practice. In fact, 22 didn't really receive any time after the incident with Hunter Miller in the garage yesterday. So, anyways, we're going to be running the short course today. We'll track notes. This track was once a military base here in Florida. That over the years was eventually converted into a road racing facility. Today, they're with 3 unique configurations. The full circuit, which is close to 3 miles. The club circuit, which is the circuit we will run today, that tops out at 2 miles, and the short circuit. The short circuit, which tops out at 2 miles, and the club circuit. The track itself totals to almost 4 miles long. So while we're here getting pace laps warmed up, getting these cars ready, we want to show you our 6 HD onboard cameras. Caleb Hoffman is going to carry the Eris onboard for this afternoon's race. Jacob 2 will carry the Kelly Blue Book on board. Menards Cup Series will carry the Menards on board. Jonathan Morrison, home game for him, since he lives in Florida, will be carrying the Dow Chemicals on board. Chris Washer will carry the Pilot on board. And the outset of the pole will be with Sports Center Cup Series, he will be carrying the Sports Clips on board. So while we're here and getting a look at the track map for this race, let's show off the course. Turn 1 is a relatively wide sweeping left-hander. This track is unique for having many places for drivers to recover if they run off course instead of typical grass. It just has a lot of asphalt and blacktop. Then you go up the hill to the heavy braking zone that is turn 2. And then a short coast to the Bishop Bend. Then you'll continue down through the Bishop Bend into the Gendeben Bend, and then into the hard right that is the Le Mans curve, and then all the way down Ullman Straight. This is a very fast straightaway, which on restart you can see guys prepping for the Sunset Corner, which is a wide corner that many people have I talked to yesterday, considered it the Pocono of corners on when we come to our road races because it's so wide. I don't think the only corner that has a wider turn than this on our road course is Portland. We ran that a few weeks ago. Race length presented by McDonald's. There will be 34 cars, just like always. We're going to take the green flag this afternoon. Here at Sebring, there could be the threat of rain. In fact, they are they are going to run as many laps as we can until rain comes, which in fact it is actually in the area. So we could be seeing some rain racing today. 34 cars, 11 laps. If we see rain racing, remember everything moves in slow motion. You brake earlier, you just go at a slower pace than if this track was dry. So we could possibly see a first-time winner today. Shake up the chase even further. Pace car is leaving the track. These cars are pulling under the bridge, coming off the last turn. Joe Gibbs drivers will lead the field to the green flag this afternoon at Sebring on NBC. Those Gibbs cars got a very quick start going into turn number 1. Heading up towards Bishop Corner. The turn 2 and Bishop Corner, it's a heavy braking zone getting into that area. Very tough for these guys to get through. You're going to see a lot of bumping and grinding coming out of that turn. You see the 55 trying to get a spot on the 24. Through Bishop and Gendeben. And then the sharp right-hander onto the Ullman. People at first glance see that the shorter course is very technical. In fact, the longest, many people were expecting that we'd run the entire course, but NASCAR decided to run the short order course. In fact, we saw a lot of bumping and grinding, especially in this group right here on the start, going up Bishop, up down to the Bishop turn. Yeah, you see the 6 kind of checked up because the 14 cut him off, and then it really just 2, 3, wow, almost 4, 5 cars getting into each other. Noah Spalding getting into the back of the 33, and then the 21 getting into the back of him, and then the 10 getting into the back of the 21. Here's what Hunter Rizzoni had Peyton Beasley had to say about all that. Tell that 21 it's lap 1 and he doesn't need to cut me off every chance he gets. What a cunt, dude. Ooh, excuse that right there. I agree. Lap 1, looking at the replay, it's kind of sketchy when you leave it up, look at it from a critical perspective. Sure, from first glance, it looked like the 14 just straight up cut off the 6 without giving him any room on that start. But at the same time, when you really look at it, it really just was a case of the 14 just got loose. Really nothing you can do then except just hold on and try not to hit him. And look at how many cars that affected too. All that accordion back together. A little bit of 3-wide racing towards the back too. So far, it is a Joe Gibbs top 4 here at the Sebring International Raceway. And the caution has come out because it is raining on the racetrack. And these cars in rain. And oh, wow, car around the 88. Alrighty. Yes, it's raining. Just got loose. The 4 got past the 88 and the 27, and the 88 just got loose. Just no help. Too much water on. If there's water on the track, water would eventually get under the tires. This road course has not gotten coat of repaving since this once was an Air Force base back in the 50s. Last repave guy was back in 1991, I believe. Remember, these drivers will have it's kind of an interesting situation here at Sebring with the rain. They have the windshield wipers installed. As you can see, the rain's coming down fairly hard now on the racetrack. And I mean fairly hard. Yep, it's come down. Meanwhile, getting ready for the restart as these cars are going to come down pit lane and change and put these slicks on so these drivers can have grip. Grip and controlling their cars around this facility, because water on tires and no traction, it's just going to create for a lot of wrecking. So we'd like to review the top 5. Caleb Hoffman has led the opening 2 laps here in Sebring this afternoon in the Sun Energy 1-220. Sports Center Cup Series is 2nd. Zach Speed is 3rd. Joshua Leanbatch is 4th. Eric Gamer is 5th. Jacob Tube is 6th. Jake Basinger is 7th. Menard's Cup Series is 8th. Dylan Murway is 9th. And Chris Washer is 10th. In fact, speaking of Noah Spalding, Thursday night, just 2 weeks after his horrible crash at Portland that almost killed him, he won when the race took 3 green-white checkers to finish. And he is known to be a relatively okay road racer. So look for him to be up front as these drivers have their slick tires on. Now we unfreeze the lap counter can get a lap 3 restart. These drivers are going to give a lot of room right here as around goes the 20. Zach Speed spins off into the grass, down in 1. There is a wide enough gap to avoid. That's the nice thing about NASCAR, especially with racing in rain out conditions, is on these road courses or on any road course, is these drivers are gonna. NASCAR does not like waving cautions for just minor one-car spins off the side of the track. And if they can get going. But if the wreck is dangerous enough, as we got the 11 car getting loose in the Gunderbin Bend, around he goes. Just lost it. Oh, 78 getting a little aggressive, getting in 18 and 78 getting together. Where have we seen this in the Cup Series? It's really allowed the 24 to take. Could he take advantage of this? And the thing with these cars, especially driving in the rain, these cars are going to really have to find the best way to be visible and drive safely in this wet weather. Like you see right here, cars do not want to be in traffic today, especially on restarts. You see right here, you look behind us, the 18, the Rooster Tails, he's kicking up on the track. You can barely see the top of the 55 car as he's coming through your picture now. And I mean, you can barely see the top of that car. But you see, Jacob too, he didn't want to get caught up in behind the Rooster Tail that the 18 was leaving. So he pulled in the inside halfway down Ullman Straight and actually just got a couple spots. And he's probably going to get a third one here. And wow, look at the 19 and 29 almost going wide and almost getting together. And cars got a couple spinning. Looks like the 27 has spun in the same spot the 88 did. Possibly. Jacob Tube leads lap 4. And more behind. Now the yellow is out. Wow, it's a tough run for Menard's Cup Series. He was running sixth at the time of this accident. Don't disagree. And speaking of which, Eminem's Cup Series gets the free pass on this second yellow flag of the day. you're probably going to see many more cars going off into the tires or maybe the long runoff area. As we get set for the restart, Chris Washer has moved up to 4th. He is a good road ringer. He used a lot of the time between Brighton back in May, back earlier this year, and Portland, and to basically test for this race, for what this race was going to be like, or what rain racing is going to be like, on how most younger kids are testing races now. iRacing. Both cars were taped up from the last incident. Getting ready for yet our second restart of the day. Here we go. The reason we waived that caution is if the 27 and 2 were to get refired, they would have come out into traffic where they could have got hit by about 3 or 4 cars. So it was in their NASCAR's best interest to call the caution, even though the 27 pretty well stuffed it into the tires. Getting ready for the restart on lap number 5. And now the rain's pretty well going into a damn downpour right now. Whoa, look at that 3-wide contact with the 7 and the 78. The 7 comes back, it's into the 24, and looks like there's probably going to be another crash going into turn 1. There it is, called it. Around goes the 7 and the 55. Shame for both cars because both were running very well in this race too. Caleb Hoffman now goes to the lead. And he's wide. He's gone wide. Now Jacob Tube comes back. He could also probably go wide too. Oh, he does. He goes wide off into the Bishop turn. Or the bend. Now WB Network moves to the top spot. Now the 18 moves to 3rd. The 78 is basically clear of everybody else. Harder, Daddy. Harder, harder.
Alvin Alonso moving to the 5th position on the 48.
Sometimes, I know we talked about earlier in the pre-race about avoiding all the rooster tails that are being kicked up on the track, but sometimes it's just way too hard to do. Sometimes you saw, actually, on the you just saw the 14 and the 1 running in the back of each other coming out of Bishop on that restart. Five laps of racing to go. And one of the tires. Tires, got one in the tires. And caution. All the way down in the Bishop, I think. It is the 10. And 2. Yeah, turn 2. As Blake Dillon has hurt his window net down in frustration. Just missed the turn. Totally missed the turn. All my fault, guys. Sorry, guys. Completely missed it. Looking at our race menu for a run to the championship. Continuing on TNT and NBC. Friday night, we're going to be under the lights in Thunder Valley for the throwback race. First time is requested by fans that the throwback race was going to change venues to Bristol Motor Speedway. Okay, coverage begins at 8 p.m. Eastern with the Discover Car countdown to green. And then at 8:30 p.m. is going to be the telecast of the Sharpie 500 presented by SCP. It'd be a while before he got the egg at the 10 out of the tires. They looked like he's wedged in there pretty good. Good. Blake Dillon is out of the car. We want to confirm this. He locked the tires up and just basically drove into the wall. Brakes failed. All right. And then 1 week from next Sunday, we're going to be down in Darlington for race 25 of 36, the second to last race before the chase, and then that'll be at 12:30 on NBC. And then Saturday night down in California, the telecast of the NASCAR App Cup Series race in California, presented by Hooters. At 8:30 p.m. Eastern, coverage presented by Hooters. Coverage of the race will begin at 9 p.m. Eastern on NBC, and there is when we find who of the 13 men will be championship contenders. And also, problems on pit road for the 48 car on this last caution. Bill. Nate got on the radio, told crew chief Chad Knaus, and he said the engine just died out. It will not go. And he told him to cycle the switches. Nothing would work. Nate Sherman, you can see, he's very upset in the car. He is out, and we're currently being told that that something got in the car, probably something got into the ECU, and it just shorted it out. Also, 33 and the 16 got into a crash coming out of pit lane, which shook up pit road even further, which means we're going to see probably one of the craziest restarts all season. All right, get ready for the third restart of the afternoon. It is just past 1:30 here in the East. And the rain here is actually getting pretty dangerous when you really think about it. Some drivers have actually thought about bringing these cars down. Here's radio communication from Jacob Tube, which is why we haven't gone on this restart. Oh my God, it's freaking pouring. Why are we racing in this shit? Holy crap. I don't know, man. Just do your best. You are the outside car. Just try to get a better run than 78. We got this. I'm calling it. There's going to be a big wreck on this restart. I'm calling it right now. I don't know. Anyways, talking about Rooster Tail's track position on this restart, it's going to be a lot of guys fanning 3-4 wide going into turn one on right here. It's going to probably be probably one of the craziest restarts that we'll see between now and California when the chase comes around. Here we go. 3 laps to settle it here at Sebring. '17 car looks to the outside. Inside. All the way to the inside. 18 throws the black. There it is. Around goes the 18 in turn one. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Oh. Oh, but a big crash happens behind. Several cars were checking up and trying to avoid the 18, the 4, and this just really bottlenecked them up. Now we got 3, 4, 5 cars piling into each other in the Bishop in turn one. And Jacob Tube escapes with the lead. See the 31 car going down pit road. What an up and down weekend that team had. And Joshua Leanbatch going down pit road backwards. Actually, is following the same path. Oh, he wants to talk to someone. That was all dirty right there. That was all dirty. All that's his fault. Fuck that guy. Let's go. Just don't do anything stupid. If you want to talk to him, you can. Just don't do anything stupid, all right? Oh, seeing where this is going. Bill. Joshua Leanbatch has stopped at the 17 pit. It looked to me like looks like he's getting out of the car at the moment. He is out. He's storming up to the top of the 17 pit. And it looks like other crew members are going at it down pit road. We got a fight down here. 17 crew members have just immediately bonsaied Joshua Lee. 18 crews went after the 17 crews. Looked like Joshua Leanbatch just wanted to talk to his crew chief. Maybe talk things over. But a very, very crazy situation down here. Here in the late restart is basically 7 cars just got taken out in one crash. And in fact, see the 31 is down on pit road. The 4 is down on pit road. So is the 21 and the 55. They ran into each other. The 41 and 42. The 18. And officials have separated this incident, but it doesn't look like it's over. Radiator smashed. We're done. In fact, they've decided that if we're able, that NASCAR has really looked at the radar, there's actually severe thunderstorm warnings basically for the entire Florida area. In fact, the rain has gotten so bad that we just basically saw a car just spun around. The leader has spun around under caution and got hit. He's hit. Big damage to the 24. Whoa, what a turn of events that is. That means the 78 just moved to the lead. When the 24 car is spun. Yep, it's pouring. It's pouring. It's pouring. NASCAR is going to bring the cars down. They will bring these cars down where they are at. So far, the top 8 basically gained a spot. Joseph Lombard in the 43. And NASCAR has decided that this next lap will be the last. Will run no green-white checkered.
24 and 15 basically have to limp around under their own power.
Very heartbreaking to see this.
It's got cars that were limping around after the last crash.
In fact, there's lightning in the air. Oh, now round goes to 78. Just drove off. The 78 spun coming out of the Bishop Bend. This basically means since he's lost more positions, now Alvin Alonso has moved to the top spot. It is confirmed they'll ride out these last few laps. Definitely a bizarre way to end a race, with several cars crashing under caution or spinning. Now the 16 checked up and got hit by the 83 under this caution flag. Meanwhile, coming off of the last turn, the winner, they have the checkered flag in hand, and this means Alvin Alonso makes history this afternoon when the top two leaders crash under the final caution while they were pacing due to low visibility and rain and heavy torrential rain. Alvin Alonso is going to go to victory lane, and matter of fact, they're going to probably try to find a safer spot for victory lane. So they're going to probably just bring all the cars to the garage and get covered and just do the victory interview in the garage stall. Caleb Hoffman finished second, Noah Spalding third, Grayson Alcebdo fourth, and KFC Cupsters fifth. As you see, drivers run by the top of your screen. Well, are you kidding me, boys? Awesome job. Awesome job. Yeah. Great job, boys. Thank you. Awesome job. You stay up front all day. We gave you the best car, and all hell broke loose on that last restart. Also, while they were getting cleaned up and getting repairs done, NASCAR parked Joshua Lindbatch for his actions, and they've basically DNF'd him and told him he finishes in the 31st position. Hunter Rizzoni will finish one spot ahead of him in 30th. Darnell Matthew with right front damage. Jacob Tube with the right front damage will finish 29th and 28th, respectively. And compared to seeing most of the field in an accident Thursday night at Chicagoland, This was actually a mildly clean race. Sure, we saw the occasional bump here and there with, cars getting chopped off or getting into each other. Dylan Murway had a lot of radiator damage. He could not continue under this heavy rain. In fact, the radiator he hit basically smashed it in when he hit T-bone the 18. As you see the results scroll by on the top of your screen. Noah Spalding finished third. Another top 5 for him. And all of this came after his horrifying near-fatal crash at Portland that nearly killed him. Amazing job for him. The field, Robert Smith, after being involved in the second caution with the 27, came back to finish 13th. And congratulations to Alvin Alonso for being the first foreign-born driver to go to victory lane in the NASCAR IOP Cup Series. We would like to remind you that coverage for the Sharpie 500 will be Friday, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT. Then the telecast of that race will be also on TNT and streaming on NASCAR.com through RaceBuddy at 8:30 in Bristol. See you then. And the chase just got tighter.